And in our next story, we visit with a lady who took upon herself to provide a service that the homeless have found very, very helpful. Take a look.
People stereotype homeless people, and they shouldn't. I befriended a homeless man on Lakeland Drive. His name is Benny, and we were friends for about a year. And then one day, we were just talking, and through our conversation, I asked him where he got clean, and he told me in the sink at the gas station. So on my drive home, I thought, you know, if they can put showers in campers, they could put a shower in a box truck. I had the conversation with Benny. I got online, found the box truck, and I bought it. It was all within 3 days. There's 2 showers, there's 2 sinks, there's 2 mirrors, and there's 2 dressing areas, and they're both separate.
I was sitting at home one day scrolling through Facebook, and I noticed a Shower Power Facebook page, and I had never seen it before. And I had been in the space of the Salvation Army for a decade prior, so I was familiar with this type of organization and was really intrigued by it. And by the time I scrolled down it and clicked on a few names, I figured out that Teresa Renkenberger was involved, and Teresa and I had worked together many years prior, and right about the time I figured out that she was involved, she called me and asked me to get involved. And so I've been with her since almost day one. We started out with just purely the idea that we would give showers. Initially, we thought we would drive the truck around and go to different areas of the metro area to provide showers. We quickly figured out that the best idea was for us to stay stationary and let our friends come to us, and that has definitely worked. Now we have a food pantry, we have clothing closets, we provide some rent and bill assistance. We have Project Hope, where we raise money to sponsor someone's rent for an entire year. And we have gotten 12 people off the street in that program. People that slept on the street prior to Project Hope now sleep in apartments. And it's just been quite extraordinary how it's grown way beyond a simple shower.
One guy that is somebody that is the most dearest person that I've met through this ministry. His name is Primetime. He came the second week we were open, and he asked me if I could get him a hotel room. It was freezing, and he slept in his truck. And of course, I wasn't gonna say no.
You meet a lot of people promise you stuff and, you know, don't come through. But, you know, when I met Teresa, you know, everything we talked about, you know, she said she'll help me with it, she did.
He's been living inside ever since. He has his own house. He's our only employee. He's the only person that gets paid. He runs the show.
I don't know where I'd be without Shower Power and Teresa and Marianne, you know. Still be homeless, you know. But they provide a job for me, you know, and I'm blessed to have them in my life.
The goal is to get them self-sufficient. You know, you get into housing, and we set you up. You know, we give you everything you need. We make sure you're fed and that you're cared for. We usually get them a cell phone so they can talk to us. And then we help them gain employment. So they're able to start living on their own, and they start paying a little bit of their own rent when they can, and it helps them get back into society and start living.
You know, it's easy to roll up to an intersection and see someone out holding a sign and asking for $1. It's easy to think that that's just what homeless people do. And it's also easy to say they should just go get a job. Well, they can't get a job because they don't have any ID. And the irony is that you have to have an ID to get an ID. It is the most maddening hamster wheel of anything that I've ever experienced. I have helped several people reestablish their state-issued identification, and it literally took months. But we do help get those credentials reestablished when we can.
Everybody has a different story, and not all these people that we meet are homeless. They're some people that, they get a Social Security check, but it's not quite enough to make ends meet. They're just barely getting by, so they need a little additional help every month. There are people that have drug issues, that have other issues, that have been incarcerated and they can't find a job. So every story is different. Every story is individual just to that person, and it's touching. It's touching, and you want to help whichever way you can.
We have people that are marginally sheltered in that they are in low-income housing, and by the time they pay their rent, they have nothing left for food. So we have a food pantry, and we are in constant need of canned, high-protein, pop-top items. In 9 times out of 10, we cannot use a can of chicken or tuna that does not have a pop-top, because 99% of our friends do not carry can openers. So we have to have those pop-tops, individually wrapped food items, snack bars, bags of chips, bags of cookies, anything that is individually wrapped we can use, and cases of water.
Okay, I have 2 36s.
There's always a need for 32 jeans, belts, sturdy shoes. Interestingly enough, anybody that is purely unsheltered, meaning that they live outside, they probably walk about 75 or 100 miles a week. So the soles of their shoes are constantly just being worn down and worn down. So when we say we need sturdy shoes, that's why. We've had some medical student groups come alongside us, and that was completely unsolicited. They knew about us before we even knew about them, and reached out and said, would you mind if we sent our team of students down to do medical screenings? And it's like, oh my gosh, yes, it's incredibly helpful.
We have a few places that we go once a month, and so Shower Power always has the showers here on Fridays, and so we come every 3rd Friday. We offer blood glucose readings and blood pressure readings, and we've given a few flu shots when the season rolls around. It's pretty awesome to come out here and be able to provide people with services that they might not have access to otherwise. There's some people that'll come up and be like, I haven't been to the doctor in like 20 years.
The volunteers, we get as much from helping these people as the people that we're helping. To us, it's so rewarding, and I leave every Friday along with every other volunteer with such a fulfillment that that day for these 4 hours, you help someone, you help change their life, you help say somebody cares, somebody loves you, somebody wants to help you along your way, that you're not forgotten. So many people are forgotten, so many people are left out in society now. Society does that. We try to tell these people and show these people that we love them, that we care about them.
It doesn't matter where you're from, what you've done, that's not what we're about. We're about loving you, showing you compassion, and just, we call it loving people back to life. Homeless people, they have a story, and they're good people. If you take a minute to sit down with a homeless person and just talk, you're gonna realize they're a whole lot like you.
Thanks for joining us. If you like what you see, subscribe to Mississippi Public Broadcasting. Till next time, I'll be seeing you on Mississippi Roads.
Down Mississippi.